Hi guys, how are ya? How was your week? Did your week go by too fast? Did your week go by too slow? Or do you not worry about that? It's November and it's not September anymore or October, it's November. And Christmas is coming and Thanksgiving is coming and things are happening. We still have stuff going on around here, sicknesses and stuff, but not as bad, I don't think. A little bit different. So time has helped. Time has healed, yes? So I talk about time a lot in my world because I don't have a lot of it right now. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not really sure how to handle that. So here's the thing. I spend a lot of my day during the week running because I have a job that is kind of a moving kind of job and I have to do a lot of things at the same time. And I don't have the time to do all of those things sometimes. It's a lot of words with time in them. So here's what I'm wondering. Does God want us to run through life, or does God want us to slow down? And it's not an easy question because, first of all, when I look it up, they got plenty of Bible verses for both things. So what do we do? Because I'm looking at life, and I say this sometimes, if you ever saw time-lapse photography, it's kind of like when somebody builds a house and then they videotape themselves and then they speed it up, right? And it goes faster. Sometimes I think my life, since I got a little bit older, is in time-lapse, like it's moving quickly, really quickly. And I don't really want that to happen because I want to enjoy every second. When you have a baby, your friends tell you, slow down, enjoy the minutes, enjoy the crying, enjoy the changing of the diapers, because at some point they're not going to be there anymore. But the problem is, you can't enjoy it because it's stressful. It's a lot of stress. So you kind of want it to go fast. When you're a child, you want to grow up and you want it to go fast. You always want what's coming up. So I looked it up a little bit, and the story that I like a lot is the story of Martha and Mary, and I've talked about it before. I always feel like I'm Martha. So this is the story. This is from Luke 10:38 through 42. While Jesus and his followers were traveling, Jesus went into a town, and a woman named Martha let Jesus stay at her house. Martha had a sister, her name was Mary, and Mary was sitting at Jesus' feet. And she was listening to him teach. And Martha became angry because she had so much work to do. That's not familiar. She went in and said, Lord, don't you care that my sister has left me alone to do all of the work? Tell her to help me. But the Lord answered her, Martha, you're getting worried and upset about too many things. Only one thing is important. Mary has chosen the right thing, and it will never be taken away from her. So what's the right thing in this case? Slowing down and listening to Jesus. Now, how many years later, we might be thinking, if Jesus was sitting here, I would be sitting with him. But Jesus is sitting here with us, isn't he? In the form of somebody who's walking down the street real slow because they're getting older, in the form of a baby crying. So Jesus is here. Yeah. Is it important for us to get everything done quick? Or is it important to slow down and listen? There are plenty of places in the Bible where it says, this life is finite. This particular life, human life, as a human here on earth is finite. That means it ends. But the spiritual life, the life that you have when you go to heaven, is infinite. And in my brain, I want to be able to experience this life before I go to my spiritual life. I want to be able to be with my kids. I want to be able to help my families at school and my staff. I want to be able to talk to Kenny. I want to be able to sit in the car with him and drive somewhere together as much as I possibly can. I want to be there for my kids when they need me. I'm going to cry. I want to be able to do all of that before I go. I think we all want to do that. I think that what we know is what's here right now. What we know is this life as a human on earth. That's the only part we know. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what heaven is like. I don't know what spiritual being means. I can't imagine being a person without a body. I do believe that it happens. I do think that my friend Elizabeth and my grandmother and my stepmother and my mother-in-law and my father-in-law, I do believe that they still exist. I do believe that they are on some plane somewhere. And I want to be with them too. God has a job for all of us. And I don't always know what it is. But I want to get it done. So I move fast. So that I can get to the parts where I can slow down a little bit. Like sitting in the car with Kenny. So maybe what I'm thinking is both. I want to get as much done as I possibly can. And I want to live as a spiritual being as long as I can. I was at a meeting once, like a Weight Watchers meeting, and there was a woman there, and we were talking about how important sleep is. And it is important. It's important for your body and your mind. But she said, I don't sleep very much. I go to bed late, I get up early, because I don't want to miss anything. I get that. I don't want to miss anything. I'm going to miss stuff. It's not going to be perfect. And at some point, I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be with God. So while I'm here, I'm going to do as much as I can. But I'm also going to try to enjoy all of the stuff that I'm doing. Like having dinner with Kevin and Em. Like going to the Poconos with Carl and Lisa. Like having Craig come over so we could just talk to him. Like being with my mom or celebrating my dad's birthday. Like coming to church and listening to the music. Like walking out to those cars to bring in my babies. I cry because I love my life. I don't cry because I'm scared all the time. I don't cry. I am scared a lot. But I cry because I love this life. Because I am so, so, so blessed to have my families, my job, my church, my friends, my good friends, and my mom and dad, my uncle, my aunts, my kids. So, it's not that simple. It's not a case of slow down or speed up. It's a case of live this life the way you can live this life. Understand that God's with us. Jesus said to Martha, Mary's doing the right thing. Jesus didn't say to Martha, I don't think. He said the one thing that's important, Mary is doing. But I also think that Martha is also doing what's important. But I think what Jesus was saying was, keep me in there. I am the one that you focus on. So let's do that. Let's focus on God, on Jesus. And let's, everything that we do, everything that's important to us, all the stuff that we're rushing through, let's keep our eye on God and make it about Him. So I do these things in love because God is love. And I'm going to rush through some things, and I'm going to slow down for other things, and I'm going to maybe give myself a break, that it's okay, because I enjoy every second of it. So today and this week, if you run into something, be okay with it. If you're slowing down and enjoying it, love it. Just keep God right there in the middle of it. What He needs us to do, the rules He gave us to do it with, and the fact that He's right there with us. I love you. I miss you a lot. But we'll be together soon. Have a great week. Take care.